Hello and welcome back. In this lesson we're going to learn how to paint a lava texture on our sphere. As you can see, we have our reference circle and the photos that will help us in the process. As I said in the previous lesson, it's super important to have photo references of what we're going to paint. So in this case, I doubt you have any real lava at home, so instead you can search online for photos to help you. As you can see, the lava effect is quite simple. It's basically made up of solidified rocks of lava and the hot lava itself. So this is what we'll try to represent on the sphere. The brush I'm going to use is the same one as before. So try to find your own brushes, make them or adjust existing ones on Photoshop to enrich in your palette. The first thing we're going to do is, with a darker tone like this, mark the direction that the texture is going to follow. Make simple, small strokes to help you with this, and then we can start with the rocks. Now, based on the direction that we've chosen, paint rocks on the sphere. Make sure the sizes and shapes coincide with one another like a fractured rock, so joining the shapes together. And we'll complete the sphere with these rocks just like this. It's interesting to have more rocks than lava, as you see in the references, so we can adjust the painting of the rocks a little bit to get those lines of lava in between. And we'll repeat this process just all over the sphere, with very careful strokes, just little by little. It's important that the strokes you make have some kind of style, so we're going to retouch the shapes of the rocks to try and get that. Try and make your strokes coherent and nice, whatever it is you're drawing. Of course, it's always important that the painting is aesthetically interesting. The gaps we have here are for the lava. So we can select a yellow, saturated tone to paint in these gaps. Lava has yellow and orange tones, so that's what we'll use for our texture. So paint all the gaps with this saturated yellow. On the edges of the lava lines, we can apply an orange tone like I'm doing here. So the light the yellow gives off makes more sense. Lava is an element that produces quite a lot of light, so this yellow needs to contrast with the black of the rocks. And the orange will help to strengthen this effect. So paint on the ends and the edges with this colour using a low opacity. You could also use red tones to strengthen some areas. The more variety in the tones, then the more richness in colour you'll get. We can erase the edges of the sphere where the lava has gone over, so that only the rock stands out. We want it to look as realistic as possible, so that's why we'll get rid of these edges like this. So once we've finished erasing, we can add some volume to the rocks that we've drawn. To do that, we need to select lighter ones than the black ones of the rock, and paint areas of light on top that follow the shape of the rock and subdivide it into more shapes. I'm going to adjust the shape of the rocks again so everything is more coherent. I think that in the process I've lost a little bit of the shape, so I need to recover that. I'll fill in the necessary gaps with the colours of the rock. To add volume, we can carry on applying lighter tones to the rocks, basically sculpting the shapes. This will increase the sensation of volume of the whole painting. Gradually apply the light areas and shape the rocks as you go. You can use lighter tones or maybe even darker ones to shape those rocks. We need to bear in mind the light source, even if it's just a little bit, very light. In this case, it's from the top left. So in this area, we'll see more areas of light on the rocks than on the bottom part. So it's necessary that the areas of light and dark need to be coherent. They need to make sense. We could select an even lighter tone for the rocks and add small touches of light to enrich in that sphere. So apply these little areas of light in very specific points to make the shapes stand out. Okay, let's retouch the final areas of lava on the sphere. Make sure you fill in all the gaps and complete with the colours that we already have. And there we go, our lava material is finished. So as you can see, the effect is very visual, and I think it's very interesting. The next material we're going to recreate will be water. So I hope you're enjoying the course so far, and you're learning some new skills. I'll see you in the next lesson.